What's up, everyone? This is El Destroyer 229, and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 5. Last time, we made it as far as we could within Nijima's palace. Unfortunately, even though we managed to gain the right to head on over to the high player area of the casino, unfortunately, we were barred entry because we needed a reservation. Thus, we had to leave the palace in order to enter a courtroom, because that was what the place that was blocked off represented. Anyway, now that we've done that, we can progress further on into the palace. In this episode, we are going to be doing exactly that. We're just going to skip on ahead and head on over to where we need to be. No sense dawdling, although if there are anything that's come back, I will certainly take it, though not everything has respawned, as is typical. Oh well, whatever. Even though it would be nice to, you know, head on over to previous areas so I can steal stuff, we're still at the same level, so I'm not gonna waste everyone's time or my own. Alright, so now we've reached the high limit floor, and well, we don't quite know exactly what to do yet, so may as well check in at the counter. Yeah, they kinda got lazy with trying to find maps. What?
How do you mean?
May as well. And there are presents on either side, which means more coins. Alright, but yeah, we need to head on over here before we're given any additional access to the area.
I can feel it.
Also, something to steal. So let's go ahead and check out what's through this door. Huh. Is that a scale?
Isn't that... Yes.
Worth a shot. I mean, if that is where the members' floor is, or the manager's floor. Ooh! Well, that is where we would need to go. But we have something to steal and a luck chest.
Oh.
Let's go ahead and open it. So we get a beat chain and a sapphire. Not the greatest lock chest in the world, but still helpful. Anyway, what we need to do is to interact with this console. $100,000! Really?
What?
So yeah, we need to get 100,000 coins to progress onward. Which means we need to head on back here. Also, come on.
See it.
Come on, Joker, I know you can. There we go. We can jump down there, and there are also prizes here. Okay, fine, Crow. Guess he won't let me see the prizes. But anyway, there are 2 additional games that are available here. Now, you could head on back down and try your luck at those, but those are normal games of chance, and you're gonna be there a while if you have any intention on, like, getting the necessary coins through doing those games legit. Instead, what you're supposed to do are play these new games. So the first game over here
This
is the Battle Arena. Oracle, you're amazing. So that's the first game. The second game, however, is on the other side, over here.
Is this?
And this one is the House of Darkness.
Huh?
So these are our two games. Also, if you head back this way, there's a safe room, so you don't have to waste your time going up the elevator.
We found a new safe room.
Again, safe rooms kind of in weird spaces from, I don't know, even from like Akumura's palace. Anyway, it's been a while since we consulted with everyone, so let's maybe see our progress.
Hey, hey. Yep, yep. What are your thoughts?
So yeah, we are roughly about halfway
Shall
through the
we go?
palace. I'd say maybe we're a little bit over half,
Let's get back to exploring.
but half is about right. Anyway, we just need to get through these two games here, and hopefully we will be able to have enough tokens in order to, well, cross that bridge and reach where the treasure is.
Joker.
God dang it, Crow! So I guess we actually need to enter these areas before Crow will stupidly allow us to, you know, look into the prizes. So first, we're gonna check out the battle arena real quick. For one, there's stuff to steal. Anything on the other side? No. However, there is a guard waiting for us down here. So yeah, unfortunately, we can't head on into the arena yet. Although we can kind of just look around a little bit, steal some more stuff, see that there is yet another safe room.
nearby? It'd help if we can find one.
Again, like, safe rooms are just put in the weirdest places. Because there's, like, no need for the safe room to exist.
All right.
Anyway, in order to enter the battle arena, we need to head on over to the counter. But we can only participate once we have 10,000 coins! You're mine!
They were nothing.
Yeah, because you one-shotted it.
I have something.
Only 5,000 yen for doing it that way, though, which is a little bit of a shame. I mean, I should probably have Mona with me, just in case I encounter more of those rare enemies. Because 20,000 yen is much better than 5,000 yen. But, I mean, if I need to, I've got Fox. So that would help.
What was that?
What do you mean by that?
You got it.
Well, that's just great. Well, regardless, we're gonna need to enter.
The effects of cognition are low here. Is there a safe room nearby?
Yes, there is yet another safe room! For some reason! I don't understand why there's not 2, but 3
use this
safe
place.
rooms! Back to back to back! It makes no sense why they did it this way.
All right.
Anyway, speaking of Treasure Demon, I'm gonna activate a treasure trap. That way I can encounter more of those. And while I'm at it, might still be useful to keep Fox with me. I'll switch out Queen for Mona. in case I encounter more treasure demons. And yes, we've already had 1,000 coins taken out of our pocket, but we can just leave and come back at any time.
Focus.
So yeah, it's not really that big of a deal, and it does allow us to head back and either resupply or head on into the Velvet Room. Whatever needs to get done if you need to leave. So, at first, this seems to be
Somewhere.
rather tricky. However, you can see by heading on into Third Eye, you have a little bit more, well, of a view.
I can feel
So you
it.
can tell that there's an enemy right over there, but it's not that, well, bright.
We can attack from here.
Also, there's a bunny girl right here who can see you from very far away. Ooh.
Now's our chance.
And we have Nord.
Let's go.
Cravenly
Cool.
mouse here.
Okay,
Just
I'm
don't
not
let
sure
your guard
Norn
down.
is weak to anything.
This is my other self.
Fox, you
Damn
got
it,
aim.
Fox.
With this smart skull.
But if I can maybe hit it with a miracle punch, you know, maybe not quite like that, but nah, whatever.
How's this? Someone finish it off.
Let's see. You can find a persona that, well, I suppose Seth would be decent enough. So, let's go with Sayo. Oh no, I'm on bugs. Go to Seth and use one-shot kill.
Enemy defeated. Oh, let's catch your breath.
Okay, well, I got my crit.
Just like I thought.
You gotta kill Norn while I was at it.
All right.
Anyway, in order to adequately get through this maze, you will pretty much need to be at Third Eye constantly. Because you can see down any sort of hallway, whereas it's off, you can barely see anything in front of you.
I have something.
So you want to just hold down Third Eye for pretty much the entire length of this. That way you can see just where the enemies are. And that way you don't just get caught by surprise. Now, while we're going through this maze, now is about as good a time as any to go over a history lesson! Not before we shoot up some wrong does!
Now's our chance.
Okay, Rongda! You are weak to light and weak to electricity. Great. Good thing I can do that. Let's see, light and electricity. Do I have anything that... I suppose I could just stick with Seth? Nah, I mean, I don't really care. There is Garuda, but Garuda doesn't have any of those things. I need electricity. I don't think so. I mean, there's Barong. Actually, Barong might not be a bad idea. Sure, we'll go with Barong.
Knocked him right off their feet.
And then we can hit you with light.
Knocked him right off their feet.
And then proceed to murder you.
Beat him up.
So yeah, not too big of a deal. Yeah, unfortunately, because we don't have Chihaya, we're not getting as much money. Because her and Hifumi do indeed stack.
I can
A
feel it.
stylish victory.
And it's just kind of sad that I don't quite get that. Oh well. So anyway, today we are going over another history lesson. we are... Actually, are
I
you...
can feel it.
No. There's no enemies here. Although... there are people just kind of around. Also, the music changed.
I can feel it.
Kind of weird how the music changes with that.
Focus.
Anyway, there is a door here, but we can't do it. It's a shortcut.
This has to be a joke.
I mean, if they really wanted to make this impossible, they would have just, you know, put a wall here. But thankfully, Third Eye allows us to go through here. So yeah, we can just squeeze on through here, and we are in a brand new area. I believe there is a shadow that enters this room? Not sure. However, there is a door here, and it does lead to, I believe it's a new area, so... yeah, good thing I opted not to do that. Anyway. There are a few different places for us to go. However, for the time being... this is not quite what I intended on doing. But... it will work. There we go.
I'll reveal your true form.
And we have Kumba Honda! You are weak to ice! Okay, well that will make things simple. Then I just gotta switch on over to Fox.
Mine. This is my other
And use a Bufula. Simple enough. Helps when you have just at least someone with the right persona. Or, you know, being able to have all the elements at your disposal. That works too.
Okay.
Anyway, like I was saying, we are going to be going over our other history lesson today!
Okay.
Actually, maybe it doesn't stack because I got 20,000. Well, I can't remember if I got 20,000 or 40,000 from when I did this the other time around. I can't recall. Anyway, like I said, we are going to be going over our other history lesson today. And that would be of Makoto's advanced persona, Anant.
I have something.
Anant is a war goddess of Semitic religions and was a very violent goddess hell-bent on war.
Show your true form.
Work, everyone.
Damn it, I keep killing Norn!
Okay.
Anyway,
They didn't stand a
Anant
chance.
is the sister
For now,
to
go find
Baal
a strong
Hadad, the god of storms and thunder. Now, a little bit of a side note is that it's debated whether Anant was not only Haddad's sister, but also his wife.
It's somewhere.
And it looks like there are some places for us to explore over here. But this one's locked.
Focus.
So this will be a shortcut for later. However, it's likely that she was simply Bal Haddad's sister, for two main reasons. One, she is referred to as Virgin Anant, which would be very weird if she was, you know, married and had children.
It's somewhere.
It's hard to really see through these vents. And second is that Bal Haddad already had a wife, the goddess of love, Astarte. Though this doesn't really stop any sort of pantheon from having multiple wives, but it does give some indication. Hey, got more level ups. And ooh, Noir gets Iodine. I will happily take that. And next is Snipe. Nice. Increase the power of triple down.
All right.
Leave the news
Anyway,
and let's go.
moving on to Anant herself. Anant was recognized as a Northwest Semitic goddess who was primarily worshipped in Ugarit. Ugarit being an ancient kingdom located about in northern-day Syria.
I can see it.
However, even though this was kind of where she originated, she became part of many other religious pantheons.
It's somewhere.
Including areas of Cana to Egypt to Mesopotamia. So, even though she originated in this one spot, she was also part of many other types of pantheons and religions. However, for our purposes, we are going to strictly stick to the Ugarit tales of her. That way, it just kind of keeps things a little bit more simplified.
Show me your true form. Do not move a muscle.
Third time's the charm. Also, you are upbeat. All right, let's give it a go.
This is all so exciting.
I mean, it'd take a while to explain.
What?
It's what we call destiny.
Huh?
There we go. And now we've got Norn. Cool. Norn's usually a pain in the ass to try to fuse.
Your power's incredible, Joker.
So it's kind of a relief that she's actually pretty easy this time around.
Okay.
Anyway, Anant was a peerless and fearless warrior who would often be told wading through the blood of her enemies, often decapitating or dismembering any sort of foe that she came across. Also, we opened up a shortcut. Basically, she struck down anyone who stood in her way or was considered an enemy of Bal Haddad. And she also had quite the kill count. She had a lot of deaths that were attributed to her. Just to name a few, some of these include the god Yarn, who is the... Wait, what the heck? Is there a shadow? No. Shadow's this way. Okay.
I can feel
I was wondering about that. It's like, wait, what? Anyway, one of these includes the god
Let's go.
Yarn, who is the son of El, who is basically like the king of the gods. She also killed the seven-headed serpent, as well as Arsh, Atik, Ishat, and Zabib, who are also related to El. So yeah, she killed a lot of things, and she was really, really good at it. Anyway, this, however, wasn't able to fully protect her brother, and Haddad
Know your aim
was
and-
killed by
Show me your
Molt.
true form. All right.
Molt, what the
That's all
heck?
it takes for me.
What is happening? Why are we floating? Quick! Noir! Mona, call a scientist! Okay, that's weird. That is super weird. You don't usually see that in Atlas games.
It's somewhere.
That was super weird.
I can
Anyway, Haddad was killed by Molt, the king of the dead. And when Anat heard of Haddad's death, she basically searched for his body, or the parts of his body, whatever she could find, in order to give her brother a proper burial. Ooh, a fortress belt. While I'm thinking about that, fortress belt, endurance +3. Is anyone like using an endurance? Magic, specialty, HP, not really. However, I did forget to take a look at my new piece of equipment. So I got the scam collar, which is luck +8. Jeez, okay. And then we also have the gambler dress, which gives a high evasion to curses. Interesting. And this would be pretty good on any of our female party members. I'll give it to Noir. Opposite shirt, not really good anywhere else. Anyway, once Anat basically gave her brother a proper burial, she went to find Monta and kick the crap out of him. More specifically, she went to murder him. And, oh boy, is it given excruciating details how she killed Mont. Kind of the abridged version. Anat basically split him open with her sword, proceeded to burn him, and then scattered his ashes to the wind. Yeah, if you're wondering why Mont as a persona is just in a coffin, yeah, that's the reason why, because there's not really much left of him after Anat's done with him. However, there is another tale that Anat is involved in, and that is the tale of Aquat.
It's somewhere.
Aquat was the son of the judge Danel. Danel basically received a
I have something.
a chest and a balm of life. No, he wasn't a balm of life or a chest. Danal was a judge who received a set of a bow and some arrows from the god Korthrawakasis for his infant son, Aquat. However, this bow was originally made for Anat, and she wasn't quite thrilled to have her bow given to some mortal. When Aquat grew older and he had the bow in his possession, Anat tried to barter with him, trying to trade him anything in order for her to get her hands on the bow. However, Aquat was not so willing to relinquish his bow. Even at the idea of immortality, he basically just kind of scoffed at the idea, kind of saying that it was basically man's destiny to die, and also kind of, metaphorically speaking, giving Anat the middle finger by saying, what would a woman have any use for a bow? Obviously, this did not sit well with Anat. And Anat, upon receiving this response, went to L for first permission and then threatened him to extract vengeance.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not quite done with the maze yet. This is just merely a detour. Anyway, L relented and allowed Anat to extract some form of revenge. Upon receiving this, I don't know why I keep having third eye, it's force of habit now. Anat sent her attendant, Yatpan, as in the form of a hawk, in order to knock out Aquat and steal the bow. This did not quite go as intended.
Oh.
Also, locked chest! With a Morse collar, a topaz, and a magic ointment. Jeez, getting all sorts of armor for Mona now. Morse collar, resists rage, not as good as the scam collar. So if you didn't get it, then there you go. There's something for Mona. What ended up happening was that Aquat was supposed to just knock the wind out of Aquat. Where instead, Yatpan basically ran himself into Aquat and killed him. Also, this allows us to get a quick access to this area over here. So, yay, shortcut. Anat is not too happy with this, and she rebukes Yatpan. Yatpan, having angered pretty much the worst person you could possibly anger, fled for his life with the bow and arrows with him. And in kind of his frantic panic, he dropped the bow and arrows into the ocean.
Oh.
So, yeah, what would have been just a straightforward path is now blocked. Shame we can't just kind of jump over that. I mean, we've been able to clear stuff like that before. However, there are places for us to, well, potentially go, you know, somewhere. You just need to use third eye to locate it. So we just kind of scoot around over here. Steal the treasure that awaits us. Kill us a treasure demon, and we can move onward.
Alright.
Okay, now I'm kind of confused because that one gave me 20,000 yen. But the first one I thought was 5,000. I'm so confused. Anyway, I'm gonna heal up everyone. And then we can head on through here. So this is just basically another just passageway. Anyway. Once this happens, Anant begins to weep.
Make sure to defeat it.
Kind of for Aqua, sort of. But mostly at the fact that she lost her bow. She cared a lot more about that bow than she did for Aqua, that's for sure.
Show me your true form.
After this happens,
Stylish victory.
the story kind of shifts perspective. Also, there's kind of this area down here to explore as well. So we've got a few places to go. Oh. So afterwards, the perspective of the story changes. Rather than focusing on Anant, it instead focuses on Aqua's younger sister, which her name was Pagats.
There's a shadow up ahead. The decision is
Pagats! Oh, where the heck are you going?
There's a
Show me your
Well,
true
that could have been
form.
bad. Ooh!
Successful.
Quaking Lady of Shadow. We have Scotty here. I don't think Scotty's weak to anything, but...
You're mine.
Ooh, she's also pretty tough.
Prepare yourself. Surprisingly tough.
Oof. Do I have any? Yeah, you know Bufudine, which is a problem. You're Luna! High luck stat for the win! Not auto recruit. And she's timid, so we'll have to recruit her the old-fashioned way.
Oh, fine. How's that?
I mean, I can't show you now. That is sad.
That's fine.
Perfect! Yay, we got Scotty! Yeah, again, I've mentioned this before, but only the second one really matters. It's weird. Anyway, who to get rid of? I mean, I suppose... Oh, right, I got rid of him to make Garuda. That is actually a very good question. I'm not sure. I suppose Orlov. I don't know who to get rid of. I'll go with Pale Rider. Pale Rider doesn't really have many skills for fusions, so not exactly the best persona, I suppose. That is the hard out.
I'll do this at the speed of light.
Hell yeah!
Focus.
Anyway, back to the story. So the story... Ow, jeez. I suppose after this fight.
Form. All right.
So anyway, Pagats sets out in order to avenge her brother's death. Ooh, I see a lock chest up there! As well as an enemy.
Come, let's open it.
Not quite what I wanted to do, but that'll
Show me your
work.
true form.
So anyway, Pagat goes out
I
to
feel like I
avenge
need
her
more.
brother's death. Not just for her own sense of vengeance, but also due to his death, the land was suffering under a massive drought. And from this lock chest, we get a Soma and a Sapphire. So, in her mind, by defeating her brother's killer,
Focus.
the land might be restored to its former glory. And hey,
Yes.
well, anyway, there is more to explore, so I'm gonna backtrack a little bit and explore all that. Anyway, Paga goes on this vengeance in order to, like I said, avenge her brother's death and try to get the crops, you know, to grow again, and to maybe try to cure this drought problem. The story kind of reaches a bit of a climax when it's revealed that Pagot's mercenary, who she hired in order to assist her, turns out to be the person she is looking for, Yatpan. Unfortunately, the story just kind of ends at that cliffhanger. It's very anticlimactic, but unfortunately the story and the ending to it is just lost to time. So, unfortunately, the resolution to the story has been lost. However, one interesting thing of note is that Pakwat's tale actually mirrors Anat's tale very closely. Between between Pagat and Yatpan, and Anat and Molt. So, while the actual ending may be lost to time, it's not too hard to imagine what the end of the story would have been. And there we go. That is our story of Anat. Unfortunately, kind of a cliffhanger, which normally cliffhangers are just reserved for a part 2 in a history lesson, but in this case, that's just the way the story goes. A story lost to time, but nevertheless, Anat is not a foe you want to mess with. Alright, so now we can head backwards whenever we want. Kind of looking at the map, I was thinking we're getting kind of low in the episode, but I think we are nearing a safe room. Because we have the shadow right there, which is actually where we need to be. But the game, actually in a more intelligent spot, placed the safe room right here.
It's safe here. Wanna take a break?
So now we've got the goal area here that we can warp back to at any time. However, we've been going on far longer than kind of anticipated. I was actually kind of hoping that we would do the tournament first, and I forgot that you can't. But whatever. At the very least, we're gonna call it a day here. So, next time on Let's Play Persona 5. We have reached the goal area of the Darkness Maze, and our earnings are right ahead. However, considering this is Sei's palace, it's not gonna be as easy as just waltzing up and collecting our money. It's gonna be a little bit more complicated than that. Until next time, everyone, take care.